Happy Friday, and welcome to today's episode of Friday Tech Bites. My name's Rick Vanover. I'm on the product strategy team, and I'm back with my cohort. Good day, Melissa. How are you?
I'm good, Rick. How are you on this Friday in April?
I'm down with it. The it's getting green out there. Green's a good color. The
Very good.
weather's warming up. I'm fine with it. I'm hoping everybody's had a good week. And how about you? It's a final push. You've been busy with something potentially?
I've been very busy with pre-VeeamON activities, actually. Very, very busy with those, Rick. Very busy.
Indeed, indeed. You have myself as well, so much of the Veeam team around the world. And speaking of around the world, we want to know where you're from. Melissa's in New Jersey. We've got that illuminated. I'm in Ohio. We've got one of our producers in Florida, the other one in Texas. Let us know where you're from. Drop in your country name or your U.S. state, and we'll light up the application. And a big welcome to Jorge de la Cruz. Thank you for joining us, Jorge, one of our cohorts, one of the first people to ever have been a Veeam Vanguard and then a Veeam MVP. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. So yeah, drop it in the chat. I think we're TriCasting today on YouTube, Twitter, and LinkedIn Live. There was a great time to do one of those several sign-on verifications right before on one of the streams. So
And Facebook. We're live on Facebook.
I can't count. There's a bunch. LinkedIn Live.
Everywhere.
Is that 4?
Your favorite
3?
channel.
4? I don't know. We just
Coming soon to Netflix.
Netflix. I don't know if people would watch it there, but we'll see.
I'd watch it.
There you go. So VeeamON's right around the corner, Melissa, and that's the topic we're going to talk about today. 22 reasons to attend VeeamON 2022. So before we jump into those reasons, though, explain VeeamON. A lot of times we haven't done it. We haven't promoted it the same way. What is it to you?
Oh, VeeamON. What can I say about VeeamON? It's at Veeam's annual conference. We've been doing it online the last couple years. This year is really exciting because it's going to be a hybrid experience. Personally, I will be attending online, but Rick will be there in person. And it is the place to go to get the latest and greatest and everything new and coming at Veeam, as well as do some really nice deep dives into some of our most popular technologies of the moment.
Yeah, fair shout. And it's got stuff for customers, stuff for partners, stuff for prospects.
For everyone.
Stuff for everybody. You get stuff.
Everybody gets stuff.
Everybody gets stuff. Exactly. And it is a conference, and we've got a good spread of partners that are sponsoring the event, but we also have some organizations that actually are not even really a partner, but they're a nice adjacency. In fact, one of them I think was on the live stream a couple of weeks ago. Jay from eNow Software. eNow is going to sponsor. They're not a partner, but they sit as a nice adjacency, right? So it's a really good event. Looking forward to it. Couple of things. The in-person discount is almost done. So if you want to go, it's almost final call. But I will say the virtual experience can be for free. So that's very, very attractive for a lot of people. And honestly, Melissa, I actually asked myself this question: why weren't we doing the virtual stuff this way all of this time? Because the hybrid
it's much more accessible, right? If you can't go to VeeamON, that's okay. You can catch everything online on demand. And I could just tell you from all the stuff I've personally recorded so far, there is so much great content out there to be consumed.
Yeah, I am already stealing some of the stuff out of the PowerPoints that
I have already too.
Yeah, so
totally.
It's great. It's a great event. So okay, let's count it down. We're going to do it like a countdown. I know, I don't know, Melissa, when you grow up, you used to listen to the radio. You have like the top 20 for the week or something like that.
Of course, that's like my favorite thing. I still do that. Like listen to the top 20 charts or go at least look at the top 20 charts for music. I mean, I'm into that stuff.
That's how we're going to do it. Let's start on 1 through 10. All right. So number 1 reason, the virtual experience is free.
Oh yeah, free.
Free 99. What's wrong with that? The virtual experience, one thing I'll highlight about it is that I'm going to give a little bit of a secret away. There are some things that are only available on the virtual experience.
I know some stuff that's only available on the virtual experience, and you should totally go. I'm telling you, go.
Yeah, and the funny thing about that being free is that eventually even the in-person attendees, they can get access to the virtual stuff too.
Yeah, that's nice too.
Yeah, so it's not like if you go to the event, you won't get some of this content, but during the time frames of the Tuesday and Wednesday, the 17th and the 18th, there's like a virtual agenda for the day. Some stuff there doesn't exist in person, right? So it's almost two separate events, but the virtual one's free. All right, any guesses on what is number 2?
No.
No. Okay.
None.
Lab Wars, right? This is
Ah.
back. I should probably know, but there is a prize of many thousands of dollars for the winner of this. Like jumbo check and everything. It's going to be legit.
That's going to be exciting.
Yeah, and it's also available, by the way, there it is, 10K in person only. There is a Lab Wars available at the in-person event, and this is something that some people put some pretty serious effort into this, and it's like really putting your Veeam knowledge to work. I'm afraid to do this, Melissa. I would never go play Lab Wars.
I totally would.
You
totally
would?
I know enough dirty secrets that I would do it.
Oh my gosh, I can't play anything if I'm not going to win. Like, if I'm not number 1, I'm not playing.
Or I might want to go in as a ringer on someone else's
okay.
team,
Or maybe
actually.
do a test like, hi, I'm Michelle.
I'm Michelle, and I'm going to roll in and help you out. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. And the virtual winner gets a big Snack Magic box, which, by the way, mine showed up today in the office, so I have to do some sort of unboxing next week when I go in Monday. All right. Lab Wars is a thing, but you know what else is fun? Hands-on labs.
That's fun,
now,
too.
Here's a twist, Melissa. The hands-on labs are going to be for V12 as well. So
that's exciting.
It is. I've got one kind of little piece of bad news. The virtual experience, the hands-on labs, have registered totally full already.
Oh.
So we're working on getting more cloud to do this. And then secondly, I know that the in-person experience, this is going to be in demand as well. So my professional advice to those of y'all watching, if you're going to be at the in-person event, if the Lab Wars or the hands-on labs open up at, say, 7 a.m., get there at 6:55, 6:50. Sounds crazy, but I'm expecting very high demand for this. There's been a big lapse of both of these, Lab Wars and hands-on labs. So there's been quite a bunch of pent-up demand for this, but these are two really important things. All right, I'll put you on this one. What can you tell me about the partner side of VeeamON?
So there's a totally amazing expo hall, right, where you get to go visit all of the Veeam partners, learn about more what they're doing. And it's just a good experience to kind of go look at technology partners, reseller partners, whatever you might be looking for in your organization. You can find exactly what you need with the Veeam partners.
Yeah, we've got, I think, all the familiars, right? Amazon's going to be involved. VMware is going to be involved. I can't remember the rest. I'm not picking
There's
favorites.
A list like this
like
long,
30.
Yeah,
and a lot of them are pre-recording breakouts that you can play on demand, and that's actually really cool. So like for the virtual experience crowd, you can actually like, oh, I don't like this, or I'm good with that information.
You can pick and choose, right?
Yeah, you can step out and binge watch. Can you do binge watching in IT? Is that a thing?
I could.
Sometimes people might. Oh, fun stuff. Corporate and social responsibility. This is kind of a new thing. Since we've done VeeamON in person in 2019 to now, this is new. Trick question, Melissa. How are you about dogs?
No.
Yeah, maybe not so much, but yeah, I think you're allergic to dogs.
I'm allergic. Yes.
That's okay. But one of the corporate and social responsibility programs is a local agency called Michael's Angel Paws in Southern Nevada. And they train service dogs. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not a dog person myself, but I had a little melty moment meeting this one dog. I'm not going to lie. So that's kind of cool. And like, apparently I've not seen the setup, but people can go like talk and pet the dog and stuff like that. So that's kind of cool. All right. Number 6, demos. What have we learned about demos in the last couple of years? It's a trick question.
I don't know. What have we learned about demos in the last couple of years? I mean, the best stuff is always demoed at VeeamON. The cool thing is when you're on a stage in person, you can do some stuff that has more of an effect. I distinctly remember a laptop getting thrown into a thing of water or something like that. Hard to do that online.
True.
So definitely lots of different demo sessions.
Well, what we've learned about those, especially in the last 2 years, is that virtual events or hybrid experiences, demos work really good, like, here to there when it comes to the distance, like a giant room and a big screen, no doubt. But like when you consume it at your own device, at your own time, you can screenshot, that kind of stuff. That is actually very helpful when it comes to demo sessions. So we actually put a lot more of the demo only sessions into the virtual agenda, right? So for example, I did one deploying from the Azure Marketplace, Veeam Backup for Azure, just like this is what you do, click, 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 click. And it's like that format works really good. Now, of course, the in-person part, there will be demos as well for especially the general session, but the demos we've adjusted a little bit about where and how they're consumed. Customers. Let me ask you this question, Melissa. I've done a lot of Veeam stuff over the years. We talk a lot with our vanguards, which are influencers and the legends and stuff like that. But, in your professional experience, even beyond Veeam, how valuable is a customer point of view?
It's extremely valuable, right? Because as a customer, I was a customer at one point, you want to kind of see what other customers are doing, right? And how is everybody in your industry or vertical or just, another organization using the same technologies, what are they doing, right? Everybody's got unique requirements. Everybody's got a unique twist. But one of the things I love at Veeam is talking to so many different customers because, everybody has exactly that, their own unique requirements, unique twist, and you kind of learn and absorb a lot and pick up new things and come up with creative new ideas to solve problems when you're kind of touching all those different customers. So I love the customer stories. It's a great way for people who don't usually get to interact with people in the same industry or whatever to kind of see what's going on.
Yeah, for sure. And we have one set of customer perspectives on the virtual experience. And then we have two different customer experiences on the general session, which will be both at the in-person and the virtual experience. And I'm out of breath, so many customers. Then we have two different breakouts at the in-person experience featuring customers. And one of them, actually, you'd like this. It was a crisis within a crisis, a disaster within a disaster. I'm going to leave it right there. There was a CISO from an organization who shares an interesting story, how to protect from a hack when you've already been hacked. It was a crisis within a crisis type of thing. So it's a good story. I'll save that for the replay. All right. Number 8, full stack of products. Now this will yeah, exactly. This is right up your alley. We had a number of orchestrator products.
Yeah, right? Can I throw in some shameless self-promotion here?
Please
There's actually
do.
a number of sessions on Veeam Disaster Recovery Orchestrator. And if you go look at my session that's available online, you're actually going to get a sneak peek of what's coming in Veeam Disaster Recovery Orchestrator version 6 for the first time ever. So that's the first time we're talking about what's coming in the next version of Orchestrator to be released shortly after V12. So go watch my session. It's going to be amazing.
There you go. And this is an example where we have some orchestrator content at the event, but the virtual event brings us first, right?
Especially, yes.
It's really two different experiences. So it's a lot to take in. And then we also have the orchestrator product to be shown on the main stage, not to blow a secret there. Oh yeah, there's going to be a party. One thing, I'm not really big about the party, Melissa. I'm going to not lie. Everybody's asking me about it. I'm like, well, I'm trying to get to bed before 10. But there will be a party. It's at Dre's nightclub for the in-person attendees. I've not been there, but I think they're going to do a really good job with that. New thing that we've done, number 10 on the list, interview with the PM. So
not like interview with a vampire.
But they're not quite vampire-like.
No, they're not. They're very nice, actually.
They don't bite too bad, So here's what I was trying to do. Tell me what you think, Melissa. I was trying to synthesize, if somebody goes to the event, right? One of the best things you get is like
to interact with people, right?
Exactly. So I'm like, how can I synthesize that? So I actually had a great idea. So for the virtual agenda that sits, for the 2 days, there are some parts of it where there's an actual break for the in-person, which is overlaid to the hybrid. So for example, the general session happens and it's done. And then there's 2 super session breakouts. There's 15-minute breaks in between. So what we did is we pre-recorded some interview sessions with product managers, and just kind of ask them some open-ended questions to kind of synthesize that. So that's a new thing we're doing, and
That's
I hope
gonna be
that.
cool.
Yeah, I think I feel bad though because I had to pick 4 product managers, and we have a whole bunch more. So
We have a bunch, and they're all awesome. Just
yes,
saying.
yes. All right, the producers have let us know that the map is ready.
All right, let's see what we
go
got
take a
here.
look over there. What do we have? We got. Oh, I got to scroll up. We got a lot of action going on here. I can definitely see Canada. I don't even need to look at the notes for that. We got Massachusetts. We got Georgia again. We've got Utah, Canada. Let's go down to South America. We've got Brazil and Argentina, 2 big markets. By the way, little sneaky sneak. We're going to be having a VeeamON forum and tour there. So see everyone maybe in September. Let's head over to Europe. We've got the UK and Ireland. We've got Belgium. We got Germany, Sweden, Romania, Slovakia, Slovenia, and Turkey. And then we also have Tunisia, Ethiopia, Namibia, and Saudi. Saudi Arabia is checked in, and over in APJ, Hong Kong and India is in the house on the stream. Thank you all. And if you haven't dropped in your country or your U.S. state, go ahead and do it. We might have time to go back to the map one more time. Pretty good crowd. I'm liking it.
Not bad.
All right, let's keep counting. We're not going to stop till we reach the top, right? All right, Actually, I just realized I did this wrong. It's not 12 to 20. It's 11 to 20. I've got V12 on the mind.
Okay. That's
V12.
Okay.
I'm telling you, it's all I'm thinking about. Aha. VMCE. Let's do both of these together. VMCE and VMCA training are available for the in-person event before the event for a discount. So, full disclosure, Melissa, I need to update my VMCE and
I'm
VMCA.
keeping my mouth shut. I'm not saying anything to that for reasons.
Well, so I'm about as bad. And what I mean by that is when we first launched the VMCE, no joke, Melissa, do you want to know how I prepared? Did I ever tell you that story?
You didn't, did you?
I drank a 6-pack of beer.
That's what I figured.
And then I took the test the next day. I got an 82, so I passed. I think was even ready, qualified to be an instructor. But it would make sense that, my team would know pretty good. And it was one of those weather vanes of how good is the test. I mean, I took it totally blind. It's gotten harder with the VMCA, so I need to come back around to that. But anyways, that's available at the event. Now, the last I have seen, this is not all the way full, but it is getting there. So this is limited. I forget. It's either like 100 and 100 or 200 and 200. It's not a huge group, but it is almost full. So if you're on the fence, you better get on it. Data center tours. So 2 of our service provider friends are going to offer a data center tour. I think this is kind of cool. Melissa, do you like going through data centers? I mean,
I love it.
To do it often, but it's kind of cool.
It's fun. Yeah.
The one that we go to here in Ohio for our lab, I actually like looking at other people's stuff, which is
that's
kind
the
of
best
cool.
part, right? Like when you're go to your cage, you kind of sneak around, look at everybody else's. Oh, those cables are terrible. Oh, those are really nice.
We got a
cables.
failed hard drive,
Uh-oh.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, that server shouldn't sound that way.
Yeah, exactly. I think you got a high rev fan there, boss. That type of thing. But yeah, the data center tours are cool. It's kind of a little field trip. This is going to be on the Monday before the event. There's no additional cost for those. Kind of cool. This is a big one. Now, not everybody's ready for this, but a lot of people are familiar with Veeam for the normal data center stuff. But like if you're ready to go into Kubernetes or Microsoft 365 or Salesforce, we have the content to really start that journey for a lot of people. And I guess I should have put the cloud in there too, because I know you love the cloud, Melissa.
I absolutely love the cloud so much. Yes.
Another story for another day. All right, cybersecurity. This is something that rings a little close to you. Any comments on that?
A lot of really great sessions to help you with your cybersecurity strategies, especially ransomware. Kirsten and I on our team, on the product strategy team, she's a technologist, and we actually recorded a ransomware session specifically for this. So that is super exciting. Yeah, don't miss the ransomware stuff.
Yeah, ransomware is very thoroughly covered. And then the other side is cybersecurity. And this is actually new to Veeam. A lot of people don't know this, but we've added a corporate information security office type of thing. And That group is providing some content to help people.
And they are fantastic.
Yeah,
I don't
they're
have
very,
enough
very good.
nice things
Blown
to say
away.
about them.
Blown away. So like it's more than just the normal like backup security, but even resources to help you in your organizational cybersecurity. Oh yeah, we got some secrets coming. So
Oh no,
of
did
it
I
is,
say one of them was coming? Oops.
yeah, you might have, and
Oops.
there will be more, and they're going to be I guess we can say
They're
that
hidden. I would say I might be recording another session that might have a secret in it about VeeamON.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But like a lot of the sessions will have like hidden tidbits in them, right? At the end, like we'll be unveiling new stuff for the first time, focusing on things that have never been seen before. So pay close attention.
Yeah, there's a little bit of eggery. Let's just say it that way. Right. So, service provider and pro partners, there's a lot of content just for you. In fact, one thing we've done differently for those of you who have attended as a partner before, we used to stack all that content on Monday, but that kind of made the rest of your days not really interesting. So we've fairy dust sprinkled it across, the rest of the days. So we've got stuff for you. There will be swag, prizes, and giveaways. I have no clue what the prizes and swag and giveaways will be, but I just know they exist. It probably will be. I don't know. I'm getting a little bit of a snob on this stuff. Like, I'm like, let me see. Hold it up.
Can I feel the texture of that T-shirt, please, before I take it? A little too rough. I'm going to pass on this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. I don't always take the tags off, if you know what I mean. So I'm a little bit picky on this, but people love this stuff. And then all sessions will go to the virtual platform. This is important because if you're on the hybrid experience, the online experience, you might say, oh no, I can't see this really cool session. Well, you can. It'll just take, I think we're targeting 2 weeks. Everything will go to the virtual platform forever on. There's a fixed agenda for the virtual experience. There's a fixed agenda for the in-person experience. Some of that is the same, but the stuff that's uniquely part of the online experience, that will eventually be on the virtual platform. And when it is there, you can replay at higher speed. Now, the real question, Melissa, how fast do you replay?
I don't. I just put it on normal.
Really? You don't
Should I be?
Chop, 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 chop.
Should I? I do. That's why I hate watching videos so much. I'm like, it's too slow.
All right. Our producer, an expert in the matter, his preference is 1.25. That's kind of where I float to. If I'm really like not so sure, I'll do 1.5. It depends on the speaker.
At what point does it sound like Alvin and the Chipmunks?
It always does. Especially, honestly, if it's somebody natively in that language. So like an American or a British person delivering something in English will go faster, whereas a European person presenting in English, I might be able to do 1.5 and it not sound too chipmunkery, that type of thing. So cool, but that's a really good way that you can like quick hit a lot of these different contents. All right, producers have let me know that the map is ready again. We've added a few states. Let's see, what do we add? South Carolina, that sounds good right about now. We've added Denmark over in the European region, and you're setting a trend. Our friend from Mongolia, you are back from Tuesday, so welcome. And when you came on Tuesday, our friend from Mongolia, you were the first person to ever attend one of the live streams from Mongolia. So if you're in Ulaanbaatar or somewhere else, hopefully everything's well there. Never been, but I've been at an airport next to an aircraft flying to Ulaanbaatar. That's as close as I've been. But anyways, cool. Thank you all for joining. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Now, this was 22 reasons, Melissa. There were 2 more. And I'm going to blow it right here because Rasmus is on the line. One of the coolest things that we're going to do, Mr. VMCE himself, actually the Vanguard Zero, the field specimen to start the program, Rasmus Haslund himself is going to host a trivia show. So think of like, you have answers and questions, and Rasmus is going to be the host. It's going to be tricky. I can't wait for this one. I get to pick some of the contestants here later today. So I'll send that over to you, Rasmus, but that'll be kind of cool. All right. What do you think's the most, number 22 is the last thing. What's missing, Melissa?
I don't know. What?
Well,
we covered so much. There's so much here.
E12.
Oh, yeah.
12 is number 22 reason. I guess I should have made that number 1 reason. Whichever. All right, so here is your navigational guide to V12 at VeeamON. So let's break this down. So actually, I already found a typo. Sorry, that's my fault. But I can tell you right here that the VeeamON V12 preview, that one is actually in the virtual experience. It's not in the hybrid experience. But except for that, Melissa, which of these kind of stick out to you as compelling V12 sessions?
I'm like a kind of a nerd, so I'm gonna have to go with the first three: core architecture 1 and 2, and then the security enhancements. I'm architect, I'm a security person. Those are what are very exciting. Although honestly, we've been looking and working with V12 for some time at this point. There's a lot of really great stuff coming. There really is. It's like hard to pick a favorite.
It is. It is. I mean, the deep dive of the object storage enhancements will be a big
That'll be
one.
good.
The core architecture has a lot of things, especially like some little things that are going to make a huge difference. And VeeamON is part of the equation too. So that one's represented. Even like the NAS enhancements, right? For NAS backup, there's some new capabilities there that are going to respond to market needs, but also really do things a lot more performant. Enterprise apps, the agents. You know what? This is a huge area too. Let me go for a new color. Service providers.
Oh
Yeah,
there's
there's
a
so
lot
much.
in there.
There's so much coming there. So there's so much to take in, and it's important to have this map of the virtual and the in-person part, because depending on how you consume it, you might start on one side of it, but just know that around 2 weeks after the event close, forevermore, everything will be on the event platform. So so much good stuff coming with VeeamON 2022. And so we'll kind of end right here where we started. You can go to VeeamON.com. You can hear from, these 4 experts at the event. It'll be good stuff. There's apparently a shoe program. There's some discounts for the pre-reg of the VMCE and VMCA. By the way, you can only take one of those. If you have already achieved a VMCE, I think you'd be eligible for the VMCA. We can't do both in the same week from an instructional standpoint. Maybe Rasmus can confirm that. He's on the call. All right, Melissa, anything else you want to add?
Don't miss it, right? A lot of different ways to consume the content, lots of different types of content, no matter where your problems you're facing in your environment or your interests lie. There's really something for everyone at VeeamON.
Yeah, absolutely, especially for the virtual experience. If you're only interested in just a few things, just come in for that. Or, pro tip, come in afterwards and consume it all in binge watch mode, that type of thing. And the other thing I should
chill.
Yeah, VeeamON and chill. I like that. The other thing I'll add is that the dates we publish are May 16, 17, 18, 19. So let me scope that in. For the virtual experience, it is a stream on the 17th and 18th for the Americas and EMEA. If you're an APJ, that actually sits on the 19th, just because of the way of the Earth. Now, if you're at the in-person experience, the 16th is like a partial day of experiences, the Monday. Full day of experiences, the Tuesday and Wednesday, 17th and 18th, full day of experiences. Then there's no official content on the 19th. So we struggled with how do we say when it is, but hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. All right, Melissa, thank you so much for joining me here yet again.
Thanks for having me. I love sharing all the excitement around VeeamON with everybody.
Yeah, good stuff. And so Monday, the Industry Insights show will have Jeff Reichert hosting Manu Singh from Cowbell to talk about backups as part of a cybersecurity incident type.
That sounds good.
Response. Yeah, I think I'll tune in for that.
I'll probably watch that. Yeah.
Yeah, I have that open at the moment. And then a week from today, on the Friday Tech Bites, I've got a victim, Melissa. Cade. He's never been on these, as far as I know.
Hasn't?
He's not on the Tech Bites. He's been on with Jason and Dave. So he's going to come over here and we're going to dissect the 90 days of DevOps. That's going to be tricky to do in 30 minutes, but we'll try. But that's what's coming up next. So VeeamON, stuff and more stuff. That's the stuff. So again, thank you, Melissa. Thank you, our producer, Mark in the ATL. Thank you, our social media producer, Felicia in the Metroplex in Texas. And with that, hope everyone has a great weekend, and thanks for watching our stream.